Hello guys, Dan Hook here, and in today's video I wanted to do another writing sprint to myself because I've only got a couple chapters left and I would really like to finish this first draft, but I don't know if that's going to be possible to do it all in one day. I mean, there is and there isn't a lot to do. There's a little bit of working out to do before I sort of get into writing this particular chapter. I have got a little bit here to work with, but I need to just brush up on the chapter before it to make sure it still flows. And yeah, that's it really. Hopefully I will get it done by today, and perhaps I'll just stay up until it's, done and dusted. I won't go to bed until it's finished off, because I just want to get to this point. It's almost at the end of July, which is the extended deadline that I gave myself because it was June and I had to move it back because I didn't achieve it. But yes, so we are currently at 87,045 words. I don't know how long these last couple of chapters are going to be. They might be short. One of them might be longer than the other. I don't really know. I'm just going to go with it, write with what I've got, and maybe expand in a couple of places, but usually with my first revision, that's when I decide whether things are worth keeping in or where it's worth expanding upon. So yes, I will be working on a Shelby chapter. So I guess I should just get into it. I have on the background, I've put my work that I'm on the screen behind, but it's like a second view of the story. So when I scroll, you can't see that I'm scrolling, but if I make changes, like if I delete this bit here, you see that it's deleted. So it's like, I think it's just a different viewer and it's viewing the page that I'm going to be starting on. But obviously when I'm scrolling around, it's not going to do anything. But I was trying to think what can I have that is a bit more visually interesting. I could have put a timer there maybe. I don't really know what the best sort of thing to do is, or maybe I just need to move my camera so it can see my keyboard. I don't know. Yes, here we go. I'm a little bit paranoid if that falls off of this balanced sort of book stack that I've got. I don't know whether that hourglass will break. I don't know how fragile it is. But yes, anyway. Right, well, I haven't finished, but I've completed, I think, Shelby's chapter, which leaves one main chapter left and then possibly an epilogue, because I'm a sucker for an epilogue. You don't have to have them, but I like them. So yeah, okay, I'm at 88,562 words. Shelby is pretty much done, I think. I mean, there's a few consistency things I'm going to have to check over. I will tackle that at another point. But yes, the last one left is my tea. Ooh, is Izza. But yes, one possible final chapter to go. I think it's going to be quite short, this, so I reckon I will get this done today, which is great. I really wanted to hit the 100,000 mark with this book, but I'm just under 90,000. Now, I do usually underwrite, so there is a chance that there's 10,000 words in there that might push it, but I'm not going to stretch it if it doesn't. I'm not, I'll just have to hit that in another book. I don't want to write for the sake of writing just to get the word count up. That would be silly. But we'll see. It could surprise me. I think with Displaced, the word count on the first draft was like 70 60,000. And then when I done the edit, it went up to like 76,000. And then when I done another edit, it went back down to like 69,000. Which I think is where it ended up, around that sort of 69, 70,000 mark. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so it kind of fluctuates a lot. But yeah, I mean, I haven't written the last chapter yet, last one or two. I mean, last one main chapter and then the epilogue maybe, which, I mean, if you look at the epilogue in Displaced, it's like a paragraph long. It's like, you can't even count it really. But yes, so the question is now, do I want to make another cup of tea, or do I just want to get into it? Because this one might be a short chapter, but I could do with a tea, or then I don't know. Well, I've got an orange here, so I could just have my orange as a substitute for a drink. That's kind of sad, isn't it, really? Maybe I'll do that. I'll eat an orange and start the chapter and see how we go. Okay, I will, yes, munch on an orange and start anyway with a little balance of what I'm doing-ish. And change that as well. Sorry, I've completely forgot about that. I mean, yeah, not that you can really see it. It's so blurry. I don't know even if that's a point. But anyway, yes, let's get on. Being a teaser for the third and final book. I believe final book. So I just got to work into some details of it, and maybe I should just come back to this once I do my draft, because it's likely to change, especially if I haven't got some of the details down. But I'll give it a go just for a minute and see if I can come up with anything. Well, I actually think that's it. I've written a little idea for the epilogue, and I've also, rather annoyingly for the word count at least, I've also deleted a load of notes that were on my document, so it's just the actual draft and not like just some bits and pieces I've left scattered around for it, which has brought the word count down, which is a shame. But the notes have to go. I've moved them into a different document, a little sticky note here, where I will reference that as I work on the document. So the final word count, at least for the minute, as final as a draft can get, is 88,758. It was almost at 90,000, but yes, I've deleted probably like 1,000 odd worth of notes. So a little bit frustrating, but no, that's it. That is, yeah. That's it done. That's the draft done. Cool. that's I'm happy. That's good. I'll celebrate with a cup of tea. Another cup of tea, seeing as I've had two already, so I'll have another one. Or maybe I'll be extra special, I'll have a coffee instead. Maybe. Or an ice cream. It's quite warm today. Maybe I'll have an ice cream. There you go. But yeah, that's it. So the next stage here will be obviously to start my edit, but before doing that, I'm going to make a list of the things that I need to tackle. There is some major points I need to tackle, and usually, tackling the bigger pieces is the best way to go. So I'll be just, anything that is substantial with the structure and the plot, I'll be looking at that and making sure everything is okay. And then once I get that smoothed out, it'll be going down to sort of the smaller pieces, like, I don't know, name changes or minor details throughout the book. But, that can always be changed changed almost at any time just by a simple find and search. But yeah, so it's done, which is it's always a strange feeling. It's the second time I've completed a first draft, so yes, onwards to the next step. I guess I will probably record some of that process as well if it gets me to focus more with the sort of listing out of what I need to do, and some of it's obviously research, which I guess could be a little bit interesting to watch. I've still got to work out the monsters, quote unquote, and what they're called in particular, and how they look, how they behave. So just some sort of finer details, because without knowing much of that makes it difficult, particularly for book 3. So yeah, got a lot of work to do. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, was that wrong side? Was that of any interest? Like what I'm doing, have it on the other screen? I don't know whether that was in. I mean, I don't know how much it moved around. Obviously, it doesn't mirror it completely. It just makes the edits appear on the next video.